The Last Song of the Windharp. English Story Level 5. In the Kingdom of the Raleighs, legends spoke of an ancient instrument called the Windharp, perched high atop the cliffs of Oran. It was said to be crafted from silverwood and enchanted strings that resonated with the wind itself. When storms passed through the cliffs, the harp played haunting melodies that carried across the land, soothing hearts and healing troubled minds. Lian, a young musician from a distant village, had always been fascinated by the legend. Unlike others who saw the Windharp as a myth, she believed it truly existed. For years, she studied stories, maps and songs passed down through generations, hoping one day to uncover the truth. Finally, determined to hear the legendary melody in person, she began her long journey to the cliffs. The climb to Oran was treacherous. The winds were fierce, and the path narrow, carved into the stone like a forgotten scar. Lian moved carefully, gripping the jagged rocks for support. The higher she climbed, the louder the wind roared, as if calling to her. By the time she reached the summit, the sky had darkened with gathering storm clouds. There, at the cliff's edge, stood the Windharp. It was far more magnificent than she imagined. Its frame shimmered softly with ancient magic, and its strings, thin as moonlight, vibrated in the rising storm winds. Each vibration produced a faint, sorrowful note, as though the harp were waking from a long sleep. Lian stepped closer, her heart pounding with awe. As the storm intensified, the harp's melody grew stronger. Notes twined through the air like silver threads, forming harmonies that made Lian tremble. Yet she sensed something missing. The Windharp's song, though beautiful, felt incomplete, like a story left unfinished. She realized the harp was weakening, its magic fading after centuries of loneliness atop the cliffs. Driven by instinct, Lian drew out her own small flute. She lifted it to her lips and played softly, weaving her tune into the harp's melody. At first, the wind resisted, swirling chaotically. But Lian continued, her flute echoing the harp's ancient rhythm. Slowly, the wind calmed, adjusting to her sound. The harp responded, its strings glowing brighter. Together, they created a melody neither could play alone, ancient magic mixed with new life. The storm around them shifted, spiraling upward in a column of shimmering air. The cliffs vibrated with sound, and the wind itself seemed to pause in reverence. Lian felt as though time had stopped, and the world listened only to the harmony they had created. But the strain on the ancient harp was immense. Its frame cracked, the magic holding it together fading like dying stars. Lian realized with a heavy heart that the Windharp was giving its final song, pouring all remaining power into the melody they created together. When the last note faded into silence, the harp crumbled gently into silver dust. Lian knelt beside the remains, tears streaming down her face. She'd understood now that the Windharp had not needed a repair, it had needed a final companion. The storm cleared, and the sunrise broke through, painting the cliffs in gold. Lian gathered a handful of silver dust and placed it in a small pouch, vowing to carry its legacy forward. When she returned home, Lian composed a song called The Last Windharp's Lament. Its melody carried the essence of the cliffs, the storm, and the ancient harp's final breath. People who heard it said it felt like the wind speaking directly to their hearts. And so, though the Windharp itself was gone, its final song lived on, echoing through Lian's music for generations.